want you to know that my girls either have to have this done around 5 in the morning or I rip their hair and I do it like 10 minutes before the show starts. I'm sharing this with you. Why? Because when your girls are going through all this, I just want you to know I'm empathizing with you because I'm living it too. I have 2 girls with long, curly, dry, coarse hair, and one is, 6 going on 17. So just practice ahead of time is a really good thing for you to do. If you don't and you wait until Saturday, she's going to cry or it's not going to be done right because there's a little pulling, there's pins that go in the head, they're sitting still. A TV is great, a tablet is great, a movie is great, protein, a little breakfast, no sugar. Because they got to sit and they're not used to doing it. For those of you that don't send your girls with buns in their hair every week. Okay, lightly spritz the water. Okay, if you are not wetting it, it is just a light spritz. I'm sorry, sweetie, this is just the water. Look, you can feel it. It's just water, okay? Isabel, you were being an awesome model for me. So you notice that I have not brushed her hair, right? You don't need to brush her hair. I don't care if there's knots in it. Neither should you. This is the theater. It's all an illusion. And you are not going to be running the brush all the way down through their scalp to make it perfect. All right, so that's damp. All right, everybody. This is an important step. This is the gel. Now, Isabella, how old are you, honey? 6. Okay, Isabella is 6. There is nobody in this room that will use less than what am I about to show you. Do you understand? So everybody in this room is going to use at least this much, if not more. Okay. I'm going to come around because I want you to know that I'm not kidding. Wow. Yeah. Usually everybody goes, "Woo!" You're a quiet crowd tonight. You guys tired? Okay. It is a lot of gel on damp hair. And then what you do is you take it, sort of like wallpaper. If you liked finger paint when I was a kid, I loved arts and crafts, so I kind of have fun with this. And you are basically pulling back the hair with the gel.
She's recording you too.
Oh,
Yeah,
gosh.
turn that off.
Ooh! Did I just get it on you, honey? I think I did. Hold on. I'll wipe that off for you. Let me get my hands out of it. I think I got it on your skirt. I'm so sorry, babe.
So
you know what? That's a good...
You can't record.
That's a good thing for me to point out. What are they wearing at this point when you are doing this? For me, if it was me, my daughter would be in her, well, I can't go by me because my poor kids, it's like 4 in the morning sometimes, but if it were me, I would have my child in her tights and in her nude liner with a bathrobe or an old shirt over top of it. Why? Because let me tell you, after you go through all of this, the last thing you want to do is ruin it by taking off clothing over top of their head. All right, so you saw she had curly, wavy hair. Lots of different lengths. She had lots of bangs. She had a pretty heavy bang. And right now, you pretty much don't see any of it. Right? It was damp hair with the gel. All right. The next part is the placement of the elastic. From ear to ear, that's where the ponytail holder needs to sit. So you remember when they were babies and we were told where the soft spot is? It's just south, or north, I guess, depending on where the head is, of the soft spot. So ear to ear. And the reason we do this is when we make the shape of the bun, regardless of whether it's big or small, we want it to sit, when you're looking straight forward to the dancer, for the dancer to look about an inch taller. So I'm 5'6". But on every application, I'm definitely 5'6". Okay, but I was 5'6". But on my applications, when I was auditioning for professional companies, I was 5'6". You ballerinas want to have nice long necks, right? Our shoulders are down, we have long necks, and we're tall. So when this bun is finished, we're going to have our dancers be about an inch taller. You want to think about it like you're lengthening and making them look long and lovely with everything that we do. Okay, so now her bun, I'm going to turn her sideways. Can you see where it is? You can look that way, sweetie, just for a second. So here, ear to ear, just at the crown, at the most rounded part of your head. not the soft spot and not the back. Okay? Sweetie, I'm going to turn you sideways now to do the lollipop part. Okay. So I'm not too worried about any of these extra pieces because the last step, the hairspray, is going to take care of that. And then worst case scenario, if somebody has really thick, heavy bangs, we would do crisscross of bobby pins. So let me just grab, can you hear they're doing snowflake right now? I just have to find my container of pins. Oh, wait back here. All right, we're going to talk about pins.
You want me to get something out for you?
So there is a difference between bobby pins and bun pins. And just so you know, as the girls get older, if you send, yes, honey. It's too late, honey. It already went. It got mailed by FedEx today, so tell Mommy I can tell her how to put the order in online. Okay, so that you can still get your prices.
Do you want me to do it?
Is that okay?
Michelle, you want me to do it?
Do you want? Can you do it for her?
I'll do it.
You know what, sweetie? Mrs. Lalonga said she would put it in for you. But the thing is, you're going to need to wait to see how people. Let me just take a peek. To see. Oh, I guess I could send the checks over to you.
Okay.
If there's checks. There's not. There's cash. Perfect.
Perfect.
So yeah. So and then when it comes in, can you give it to me?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Bye. She did. Auntie dropped it off. Yeah. Thank you. Tia came this week. Okay. These are hairpins or bun pins. They're long loops. These are 3-inch. They didn't have these when I was growing up. I first discovered it at a dance conference when I was an adult, a professional dancer, and I was like, woo, woo! I was jumping up and down at the dance conference. No, I mean, me, surprise, right? I was so animated. They were smaller, they were tiny, and if they had them even at all, or they were bobby pins. Bobby pins have a tension to them. So with the shape and the amount of hair that you're trying to put in a bobby pin, which is the flat piece, they pop out, okay? The tension will only last for so long, and then what happens when you send your kids to school, to ballet school with me, with this bobby pin, eventually what happens is it's so big, and then over time, right, this is what happens. Bing! And then this goes on the floor, and then the kids step on them and dance and trip and slide and fall and get hurt. So I know the parents that do it, and eventually over time I pull all the bobby pins out and I put it on the little fairy note, and I put it on it, and I send it home and I say, please don't send bobby pins anymore. Okay? It's not because I'm being a ninny, it's because this is not the right pin for the job. This is the right pin for the job. And even this isn't going to work if you don't put it in the right way. The pins on the floor can be really, really dangerous, especially when the girls start wearing point shoes. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the shape of the bun. I prefer, and what we make here, and what I have to tell you, anybody who's ever been in my dance studio, if they've moved away or whatever, still call me and say, thank you for that hair and make. I'm always the best mom at the da-da-da pageant or whatever because you taught me how to make a bun. I prefer what's called a lollipop bun. There are bazillions of buns out there, but at Fleur de Lis, we use a lollipop bun. We split the hair. Remember I told you it's going to be like Medusa? So picture this crusty and hard with no elastic on it. So this is how they go to bed. So here's our 2 pieces to the ponytail. Right? You're going to do that too, Mia. Your hair's going to be just like that. In 2 pieces, okay, to make this lollipop bun. Now everybody take your hand up and make a fist. Take your other hand and say, no. No, I'm serious. No. No softballs. No golf balls. No grapefruits. Hockey pucks. The shape you are trying to make is a hockey puck. Okay? Lollipops are thin and round, right? They're not this. People who send their kids to dance class with these big, huge balls on the top of their head. Number 1, it doesn't look professional. And number 2, when your daughters are trying to do turns and move, okay, a big pile of hair on the top of their head is awkward. When they do combres at the bar, and when it's not tight, it bounces. So that's why ballerinas wear their hair in these buns, right? So we're going to make a lollipop bun. 2 pins is really what you should start with. And like you were saying with the elastics, I tend to put these 2 in my mouth. And what you're going to do is you're going to start with 1. Now there's definitely plenty of gel still in here, but if for some reason you didn't have enough, you could put a little bit more gel on this to keep it together. And you're going to twist the hair. I'm going to start with this one. You're going to twist the hair in a round shape, like the beginning of a lollipop. And with this tiny little end, you're gonna take one pin and you're gonna secure just that end. Now, securing the pin, okay, so that's just one pin. When you put these pins in, please put them flat, okay? It should go flat along the head, and it goes through the hair and under the elastic. You'll know you did it right when they go, or ouch, or mom, because the elastic should be so tight. Here's the elastic that when the pin goes under it, there's a little bit of a Do you understand what I'm saying? If you put this like this, I'm making fun, but moms send their kids, oh God, the bun's falling out. And they just like a porcupine. It's just not doing anything. I get it, and I see your desperation. If I put a few more, but then these go flying out. So flat underneath the elastic. My daughter has a huge, long, heavy head of hair, and we use 5 pins. I have parents that come with little short hair like this, and they put like 30 pins in, but they're all not put in properly. Melanie, she's raising her hand. You know how many times Mel, we pick up Melanie's pins? Melanie.
No, don't.
I swear to God.
I have the right pants, it's just the...
Right pin,
the
wrong
getting-
motion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. Listen, I am not judging. I'm living it. I have 2 daughters. And then they try and do their own bun. Okay, so here's the second bun. This one went one way, and I usually wrap the other one the opposite direction to make the shape. Now her hair's a little bit shorter. You can imagine with a little bit longer hair, the shape that you're gonna get out of it.
Yeah, like her hair.
Like her hair, yep. So you're gonna get a really beautiful shape. It'll
It's
twist
not
around.
gonna be like too.
No, because first of all, it's gonna be dirty. Second of all, it's gonna be saturated with gel, and you're gonna make it tight.
Yeah.
You get the option to make this be as big or as small as you want it, and that's the magic, right? Short hair, we expand the shape. If I have 2 little pieces, I make it like I stretch it. Long hair, tight,
Yeah, it's gonna be a pain.
tight. They both have easies and hards to it, but it's an illusion. Okay. When you get to this point, you're going to take a hairnet. I opened this up. Where are my hair? Okay. These are for chinois. These are the size for buns. These are not for the lunchroom. Okay, so you can't put these over your whole head. Do you know what I mean? No, you're not. I'm not able to. You guys are really tired tonight. This is a tough crowd. Okay, you're gonna put this on and twist and wrap it until there's no excess. Then for her hair, I'd probably use maybe 2 more pins.
To secure the neck.
And the pin, both. I mean, and the bun. See, but I'm trying to make sure that I get it underneath. See? Okay. So I won't put you through another one. Now, the bun is done. Now we're gonna finish her hair. Okay, now you're gonna get hairspray. Oh, I forgot my most important weapon. You're gonna laugh and see this. All right, hold on.
That looks so tired and painful.
Turn the beat around. Remember 1970s teasing? Yeah, Goody Rush. Okay. So it's a flat. I call it my smoothie. Right? I was just at Walmart. They are out. I did not see any. I do try to keep an eye open in the marketplace. But flat brush smoothie like this. You are going to take the hairspray. Say 3 times.
3 times.
3 times, 3 times, 3 times, 3 times, 3 times, 3 times, 3 times. If you say something 7 times. 3 times you are going to lightly wet and then hairspray. So the gel would have gotten further along and drying. You're going to put a little bit of water, and then you're going to take the hairspray and shellac her head.
Not me. Your daughter. No. Oh.
Thank you, Isabella.
What a good girl. Me
Wow.
freaking out already.
Great.
Excellent, excellent. Oh my gosh, and she's just this delicious in dance class. Right, Isabella? Okay.
That's right.
So now it's got to dry. Now a lot of times if I'm in a hurry, I take a blow dryer.
What about the bangs? Do you ever put a bobby pin?
Dry. Shh. 3 times. Water and hairspray. How many times?
3 times. 3 times.
If you don't, and it falls out, I'm going to come to you and say, did you do 3 times? Okay, 3 times. If you're like, oh my gosh, it's just you really need more. I mean, do you really care at that point? We're this far into it. Trust me. Just go for 3 times. Trust me. You know what I mean? You're this far. You've gunked her up. Put the 3 times in it.
Any type of hair for the 3 times? Any type of hair?
Yeah. It keeps it from getting frizzy. I know. The older girl. Yeah. You want it hard. You want it smooth. You know what I mean? Any of the oil products, you need something that's going to hold.
You don't comb.
What kind is that? Is it a
Don't
hot
comb
spray?
it. Sorry. Aquanet is my favorite. This is the one. You missed the beginning. Aquanet, 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 Aquanet. And cheap, number 10, like booger strength gel. Bangs. So, I am not sure about Isabella's hair because you saw how it was waving up when it got wet. She's going to have Saturday to test out to see whether or not between the gel and the 3 times, drying in between. The drying in between is really important. If you don't let it dry in between, it's not going to do its job. It needs to go on dry hair.
Saturday, she should come with the bandana like this.
Saturday, Friday, and Saturday. Yep, 3 times this week you'll be doing this. So, if there is an issue with bangs and you think they're maybe going to come down, then you can use bobby pins. Bobby pins are now okay for this application. Bobby pins get put in a crisscross pattern. So somebody who has bangs like this, if you're worried about it coming off, you can put bobby pins along here. A couple of them, a couple sets along her bangs. I'm a pretty firm believer in my system. There aren't a lot of people that have to do this. So you have to try it, but you have to really let it dry in between with the blow dryer, go back, and because you're essentially making like a glue, right on the head. So, but that's how bobby pins should be used if you've got little pieces that won't cooperate. The other place that a lot of times people need to do this is the back of the hair, the nape of the neck. Sorry. But I'm not going all the way to her scalp, right? I was telling you before, don't feel like, see, if you look close, it's really not all that neat, but it doesn't matter. The first guest is 20 yards away under hot lights. Not necessary. Okay? All done. Pins come out. Carefully take out the hairnet because you should be able to get away with 1 for all these 3 times. You really should. If you let them rip it off, you're going to have to buy more. Cut the elastic. Either let it go because she's going to go to sleep next Saturday night, or conditioner, put it on, let it sit for a little minute, rinse it, then wash, then condition. And it works great. I've been doing it for years and years and years and years and years.
What about
Okay.
flakes?
Say it.
Flakes.
Flakes. Tell me
It's
about
gonna flake when it's dry and you sleep and you wake up the next day.
But you're going to, so the next morning you're going to do
You're
this
gonna
again.
do this again, and it's like
And the
up
flakes
there.
are going to go away because you're going to glue them. I've never seen flakes.
Yeah. So you're just gonna keep
Piling it on.
here. Yeah.
Piling it on. Can't be any worse than dying. Not that any of us dye our hair. No, it's not permanent. It's product. It really isn't. And you're not scrubbing it into their head or their scalp, remember? Because I'm telling you not to dig down into their scalp. Isabella, my love, I have a present for you for being a model.
It was very good.
Yeah.